Two leaders in HR tech for 2025. Remote versus BambooHR. Which one really delivers? On the left, Remote. Global payroll, compliance, and HR for teams everywhere. On the right, BambooHR. Streamlined, flexible HR software with a focus on people operations. Let's skip the buzzwords and get to the real stuff. Each category earns points, and at the end, you'll see exactly who comes out on top. The result might not be what you expect. Let's lay out exactly what we're comparing, just so you know what to expect. We're talking pricing, global payroll and compliance, core HR management, user experience and mobile apps, integrations and API, customer support, and finally, user reviews and reputation. Nice widespread, right? Yep, get comfy. First up, let's talk pricing. Okay, so with Remote, you can see all the numbers right there on the site, which is honestly kind of rare these days. Contractors are straightforward. Standard EOR is also clear, and cool bonus, they throw in a free trial. Now, gotta be honest, if you're going big with global payroll, the price tag stacks up pretty quickly. Move over to BambooHR and it's a whole different vibe. You get affordable core HRIS, but once you want the powerful stuff, like full payroll, you actually have to ask for a quote. Yeah, it's one of those call us moments. Some stuff, like advanced features, can get expensive, but at least the simple HR stuff doesn't break the bank. Still, feels a little cloak and dagger with the pricing. So for transparency and universality, Remote wins this round, pretty much hands down. Now, let's get into global payroll and compliance. If you're hiring in different countries, like literally almost anywhere, Remote is ridiculously good. Think hiring, onboarding, paying employees and contractors in 180 plus countries, plus EOR services, and all that tricky automated tax compliance. Seriously, it's like magic for compliance headaches. Now, the trade-off? It's more focused on payroll than the classic HRIS package. Jumping to BambooHR, yeah, they've got payroll, but honestly, it's not that global. No direct EOR, only US or some partnered international stuff. So it's kind of limited if you want to hire talent just everywhere. So not even a contest here. Remote absolutely smashes it for global payroll and compliance. On to core HR and employee management. Remote is decent for letting folks handle their own stuff, and global payroll. But if you're after that true HRIS experience, like onboarding, document management, org charts, the real deal, it's kind of basic. But BambooHR, oh man, this is where it really flexes. We're talking applicant tracking, performance reviews, slick onboarding, even e-signatures, and a killer time-off system. You name it, it's in there. Advanced features do creep into higher tier plans, but for most people, the HR game is strong with BambooHR. So if you want deep HR management, this is BambooHR's win all day. Oh, and here's something cool. Did you know Remote can help your company hire in more than 180 countries? Talk about never having to worry about borders again. Let's talk user experience in mobile apps. Remote, absolutely modern dashboard. Really intuitive for anyone managing payroll and compliance, especially if you're new. But, and here's the catch, while the web UI is solid, their app ratings are okay, just not massive numbers. Now, BambooHR, their mobile apps are crazy popular. I mean, thousands of reviews on both iPhone and Android. Average like 4.6 or 4.8 stars, which is kind of wild for HR tech. Sure, every so often a small global org might hit a feature gap, but mainstream stuff is silky smooth. So in this category, BambooHR is clearly the crowd favorite. Easy win. What about integrations and API? Okay, Remote brings a solid open API to the table and connects with a bunch of HR, accounting, and ERP platforms. But, you're not getting dozens of deep native integrations like the big HRIS platforms out there. BambooHR, though, has basically built themselves an integration party. The marketplace is loaded with third-party connectors. Plus, they've got their own open API. The only thing, if you want the super tight integrations, you'll need those higher tier plans. Honestly, here it's just too close to call. Both are really flexible, so let's call it a tie. Customer support. Okay, this is where people get fiery online. Remote's support is super highly rated, and there's even a satisfaction guarantee if you go EOR with them, which, that's kind of bold. Sometimes phone support is hit or miss depending on where you are, but overall, really solid feedback. BambooHR, they hit a lot of support channels. Webinars, chat, phone, you get options. But reviews are kind of mixed. Some love it, Some not so much. Public ratings on support? Yeah, lower than Remote. So for customer support, Remote pulls ahead.
Last up, user reviews and reputation.
Remote? Trustpilot score is awesome. Like 4.6 out of 5. Over 1,000 reviews. Not as many app ratings as BambooHR, but each one is glowing. You can just tell people are genuinely happy. BambooHR, they're a legend for mobile app numbers, and lots of companies love their software. But here's the twist. On Trustpilot, they're sitting at 2.9 stars, and there are a bunch of complaints about support. So for reputation, Remote totally comes out on top. If you map out everything, pricing, compliance, HR features, mobile experience, integrations, support, and reputation, Remote's got a clear edge if you care about global stuff, while BambooHR is more stacked for day-to-day HR management. So, let's wrap it up. If you need global payroll, EOR, and want to dodge a million compliance issues, Remote's honestly your best bet. But if you want the gold standard for HR, onboarding, and employee management, especially for a US-based or classic HRIS use case, BambooHR is where you want to go. Different vibes, different winners, but hey, at least now you know what'll actually fit.
Ready to pick? Compare platforms side by side for your global versus core HR needs. And hey, if you want me to go way deeper into HR tech, drop a comment or just yell at me online. Let's keep the reviews rolling.